Auburn Blitz is now on the air. Your daily look into what's happening in Auburn athletics. With your host, Andy Graham, Brett Pritchard, Randy Lee, War Eagle.
Hello again, everyone, and good Thursday afternoon. Welcome into the latest edition of the Auburn Blitz. I am Andy Graham alongside David Jones. We'll be with you for the next hour, taking your phone calls, taking your comments, taking your predictions, talking about everything going on in the world of Auburn athletics. Auburn, of course, headed to Baton Rouge this weekend to take on the LSU Tigers in a matchup that will not happen again next year. First time that Auburn and LSU will not have played in a while. But Auburn and LSU not playing again next year.
When did that come out?
Well, I mean, you know, the schedules for the Auburn knows who they're going to play next year. They don't know when.
Right.
On the SEC schedule. But that's one of the
not on there.
That's one of those rivalry games that's going to be the cost of Texas and Oklahoma entering the league and no divisions and all that thing. So I'm sure Auburn and LSU will continue to play, obviously, but they won't be an every year type thing. So going to miss this series each and every year. It's been an extremely fun one. There have been some wild games. There have been some very unique games in this series. But nonetheless, we will be talking about this obviously today and tomorrow and leading up to that game. We'll look at some comments that Hugh Freeze had to say earlier this week. We'll kind of break down the game a little bit, some of the matchups that we are interested in and we think will be very important on Saturday. Love to hear from you. Love to know what your thoughts are. We'll be taking your predictions, Auburn at LSU today and tomorrow as well. Love to get your thoughts on how you think this game is going to go. What kind of chance do you give Auburn to go in there and pull an upset against LSU? All these things and more. 256-234-6221 is our phone number here. You can also, of course, every day dial us up on the Sports Blitz Facebook page or YouTube page and comment away, and we appreciate all of those each and every day. David, you doing okay today? Got broken out the sweatshirt today.
Look, I paid dearly for this Comfort Colors Auburn basketball sweatshirt. I'm going to wear it till the threads come loose.
I don't blame you.
I did get a chance. I apologize for my voice. My little sinus friend that has bugged Andy has decided to bug me now. But, you know, if that's the price I have to pay for summer being gone, goodbye summer. Okay?
Really?
Yeah.
You're ready for it to go?
I'm ready for it to go.
Okay.
I did attend about 90 minutes of basketball practice Tuesday, so the next time we get to basketball,
we'll make a little room for it today.
I tell you what, it's we'll make some room toward the end. Ready for this weekend? Did not realize that we weren't going to be playing them anymore. I've seen. I just Oklahoma at Auburn kind of stood out, you know, to me. Maybe that was one of the trade-offs next year for LSU. I don't know. I got to look at the schedule, but
you know, Auburn gets Vanderbilt at home.
Okay.
They get Missouri, I think, on the road. Get Oklahoma at home. Of course, you get Georgia on the road. You get Alabama on
Tuscaloosa.
On the road. So you know, there's some fun. I think Arkansas is still on the schedule, but I can't remember. I briefly looked at it, but yeah, I mean, you know, that LSU one's the glaring one that you look at and say, wow, you know, I'm not going to play them next year.
I got to figure out which one we're going to lose that I can go to on the road since I'm 0-3.
Yeah, maybe you ought to go to well, I don't know. There are no guaranteed wins, unfortunately.
Well, that's what Brett said. Please don't go to Nashville this year. I definitely am not. But a lot of interesting things. There's one particular quote from Hugh Freeze when we get to it. I'm going to translate that one for us. But interesting stuff from him. Have you discussed or did you talk about Jason Caldwell's comment earlier in the week about quarterback? Did you see that?
I don't guess I did.
Okay. He made the comment that my brother sent me this. He made the comment that during the bye week, that Robbie Ashford had gotten a lot more reps with the first team offense and was really looking sharp throwing the football. Translate that how you will. But Jason's there, and you and I know this. He's on our show every week. If we trust anybody that covers Auburn football or Auburn sports in general, it's Jason Caldwell.
Sure.
So we will see what transpires with that. That's an interesting tidbit there for us to watch closely Saturday.
That is very interesting, and I mean, that.
I'm not trying to
Clearly,
start mess. I'm just saying.
Oddly enough, I mean, Peyton Thorne has rushed for more yards, quite a bit more yards than Robbie Ashford.
Yeah.
So far this year.
Right.
So far this year, I don't think we saw that coming, but that is interesting. I don't. Hugh Freeze said there aren't going to be any kind of philosophical changes, so it's going to be the same offense. It's just
he didn't say anything about personnel.
He did not say anything about personnel, and whoever runs this offense the best and gives Auburn the best chance to win.
Yeah.
Be interesting. And anytime you get during a bye week, you're going to bring out some stuff that the teams nobody's seen yet.
Yeah.
You're going to try to shock a little shock and awe to begin with.
Yeah.
So who knows what Auburn has in store for LSU.
That's true. I mean, the only personnel situation he's mentioned is the obvious one, that Keldrick Falk is going to step into some big shoes, and we know that. So, and I think he's ready for that. We'll see.
He got big feet.
Yeah. Thrown into the fire in Baton Rouge right off the bat. So.
Yeah. All right, let's just kick this off, and then we'll carry it over. But just some of the talk this week from Hugh Freeze. Really excited about getting back after the open week to play SEC play. Great challenge in Baton Rouge against a very talented team. It's one I'm really excited to see how our kids respond. We've had one away SEC game at A&M, and I thought we handled parts of it okay, parts of it not okay. Hopefully we can take the good things we did against Georgia, improve on them, and correct the things we didn't do well. I mean, that's in a nutshell, that's what you want to – I mean, that's what you want to do every week. Take the good things – expound on them, eliminate the bad things. We haven't been able to eliminate. I mean, we've kind of eliminated some, and I think certainly we had our best game against Georgia. So I think there's a lot to take from that.
Yeah.
But still, he came back and he said, there were, I think it was 6 plays or maybe 10 plays that he said could have gone our way that didn't go our way, and it was because, we either didn't execute it well or we didn't coach it well enough or something to that effect. And so, 5 or 6 plays a game, that'll change the game.
It sure will. And I think, Hugh Freeze examines everything. So when he's talking about this road trip, he's talking about everything from the demeanor during travel, the meetings, how they were around the hotel, pregame, and he's got a different agenda and philosophy than the last coach did on all of that stuff. So hopefully this will be a more successful trip in all phases. It's just 6 o'clock in Baton Rouge. That's all you have to say. I mean, it's a big challenge. So
on Auburn's defense this season, I think we've been pretty good at most things. I guess like all teams, with us collectively as a whole team, we're struggling in some areas. Those margins of victory come down to just a few plays there again, yeah. And definitely we've played extremely well, excuse me, a lot of times. But we still will have those 5 or 6 plays on our team. It's magnified more because of our lack of margin of error. But I think our kids are playing extremely hard at a competitive level. We're not as healthy. We'd be really, really good if we had everyone healthy. But like many teams, we're going through some of those difficulties also. First of all, nobody's healthy midway through the season.
Right.
completely healthy. Nobody's completely healthy.
No.
And you just got to deal with those things. But again, when you don't have the depth of other teams and the ones that you're facing, and you lose players like a Keontae Scott, that is so important to that defense, that does become a glaring factor. Now you lose Nasili Kite, and you got to put a true freshman out there to start. It just, you got to have guys step up.
You know what I love about Hugh Freeze? You've mentioned this before. It's refreshing to read these quotes and know that he's not him-hawing around or trying to say something because he don't really want to say something else. You know what I'm saying? You get 100% transparency and accuracy from Hugh Freeze's comments, and I love reading. I mean, that's pretty much spot on what he said in that soundbite right there for sure.
5 or 6 plays a game can be the difference. I mean, that, and so many times that is the difference between winning and losing.
You're hoping
5 or 6 plays a game.
You're hoping, Andy, that some of those 5 or 6 plays, even though they're not lined up right, maybe other direction, and it didn't matter.
Yeah.
But 5 or 6 plays where that's the focal mistake. Oh yeah, ball game.
Can you hit a wide open Jay Fair coming out on a wheel route for a touchdown? You missed that play. That's a game-changing play.
The tight end
Did you make an interception or did you drop that ball? Did you make this tackle? Did you make that tackle?
Yeah.
I mean, that 5 or 6 plays a game.
Yeah.
Got to take our first break here on the Auburn Blitz, but don't go anywhere. Just getting started. We'll be right back with more right after this.
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area a team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with a service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Bice Motors.
Heritage South Credit Union in Alexander City is your community credit union, and they have been for over 80 years. Heritage South Credit Union proudly serves Tallapoosa, Coosa, Lee, Chambers, Randolph, and Chilton counties. From checking to business accounts, to share savings to club accounts, to their kids club and investments. Visit them online at myhscu.com. Heritage South Credit Union, your community credit union for 80 years. Federally insured by NCUA.
When you need an automotive hero, you got to call S&S Discount Tire Pros. With locations in Alexander City and Dayville, we are here to serve you today. From quick services like oil changes and tire rotations to in-depth automotive repairs such as suspensions, brakes, and tune-ups, S&S can take care of all your tire needs. You just have to focus on what's important and love the drive. Call S&S Discount Tire Pros today. We are automotive heroes, and we are here to serve you.
WOTM is the television provider for all Alabama High School Athletic Association championship events and special programs. WOTM is your home for the Super 7 football, state finals basketball, baseball and softball state championships, the AHSAA weekly show, and WOTM also produced the first ever football playoff show, Super 7 preview show, and reclassification reveal show. Your exclusive home for all things AHSAA is WOTM. Contact your local cable provider to request WOTM to your channel lineup.
Whether it's Lake Martin, Lay Lake, or Logan Martin, boaters from all over the state of Alabama come to Alex City Marine, just off Highway 280 in Alexander City, Alabama, because it's worth the drive. With the best deals on unbeatable Suzuki outboards, Manitou and Landau Tritoons, and a great pre-owned inventory while they last. Alex City Marine is the pros the locals know. And no matter where you're from, when you're here, you're local to us. Alex City Marine, just off Highway 280 in Alexander City, Alabama. AlexCityMarine.com.
Russell Do-It Center and building supply stores have the tools and materials to get the job done right, whether you're a professional contractor or just a weekend do-it-yourselfer. With everyday customer conveniences like a drive-through lumberyard, price match promise, and our Best Rewards program, each of our 9 locations offer top brands and building materials like lumber, hardware, tools, paint, lawn and garden, and much more. Visit today and see what Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply can help you build tomorrow.
let's get serious. Let's get Arctic Air serious. You want your car and truck to live longer, don't you? Well, it's about maintenance. Same thing with Arctic Air. You see the number at the bottom of the screen? Call them right now. Let me tell you something. You want to be comfortable? We all want to be comfortable.
Truckloads of fresh new inventory are rolling into Glenn Smith Chevrolet in Opelika. Check out the powerful new Chevrolet Silverado 4-wheel drive crew cabs, discounted up to $6,750 off. The exciting Chevrolet Equinox, discounted up to $5,000 off. The popular Chevy Traverse, discounted up to $6,000 off. And no payments till 2024.
Get your best price every day at Glenn Smith Chevrolet on the lot or online at glennsmith.com. Get ready to smile.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and David here with you. About 45 more minutes left in today's show. Thank you so much for all of you out there choosing to be with us, spending your lunch hour with us. We are brought to you each and every day by J.A. Smith Construction and Excavation. Check them out. No job is too big. No job is too small. 334-531-0199. J.A. Smith Construction and Excavation. Also, Russell Do-It Center, 9 locations around Central Alabama for all your building supply, home decor, tools, whatever it might be. Go and check out Russell Do-It Center. Got a little bit of everything there, and they can beat the big box store. Finally, Central Alabama Community College. Great place to get a great education. They got 4 campuses around Central Alabama, Alexander City, Childersburg, Talladega, and Prattville. So for all of your educational needs, whether you're looking for a 2-year technical degree or take care of your basics before you transfer and go get that master's degree at a 4-year institution. Central Alabama Community College, doing some big things, building some new buildings, tearing down some old ones. The campus is changing a little bit. Got world-class sports there at Central Alabama Community College. So go and check them out. You'll be glad that you did. I can attest to that personally. All right, David, Jim, our old pal Jim Hardy chimes in, actually part-time co-host as well.
Yes.
The last time that Jim was actually on the field at LSU, of course, he worked. He was a manager there with the football team when he was in school there. Auburn won 41-0. Mm-hmm. And they're still talking about that game in Baton Rouge, smoking the cigars on the field, and have not. And, I mean, they go back to that every time they need a little motivation. They always bring up the cigars.
Yeah.
Well, boo-hoo, woo-woo.
And that was when?
1999.
Yeah, okay.
So it's been a minute. But, is there a path to victory for Auburn in this game? That is the question. I think ball control is probably the best answer or path for Auburn to victory. Auburn's got a good running game. They've got a physical offensive line that run blocks well.
Yeah.
You showed you can run for 200 yards. If you can run for 200 yards on Georgia, now granted it's home and away, and there's a big difference there. But you got quarterbacks got to be involved in the running game. But I mean, if Auburn can make first downs, go on, some 8 to 10 play drives, and keep the ball, keep LSU's offense off the field, keep Auburn's defense fresh, then I think Auburn's got a chance to win the game.
Okay, let me add to that, Andy, and get 7 in the red zone and not 3s.
That will help as well.
But that's a great point. Keep Jaden Daniels off the field, okay? If their defense, I said this to you on the break, if their defense is horrendous as advertised, who knows? Maybe we put some points up. Now, on the flip side,
Auburn should be able to score.
Yeah.
I don't know if we can score 40, but we should be able to. LSU averages averages giving up 32 points a game.
Yeah. Yeah, they do, and they're scoring over 40.
Yeah.
So, but if you're not on the field, you can't score.
No.
So ball control offense and take advantage of red zone points, touchdowns instead of field goals. Defensively, we'll take a couple of turnovers. Okay,
that'll help.
And I really feel like this is scary for me to say because if he gets out of the pocket, it's tough. But if we can get some pressure, that was a problem in the Georgia game. We didn't get enough pressure on Carson Beck to make him uncomfortable. We've got to find a way to do that. And that would be the path, Jim. Andy and I have got it figured out. So,
That's
you know,
it's easy. I mean, it's really quite simple,
really.
David.
On paper, it's just,
How well has Jaden Daniels played this year? 73% completion percentage.
Yeah.
He's got almost 2,000 yards passing. Put that in perspective, Peyton Thorne's got 643. He's got almost 2,000. 1,969 passing yards.
Yeah.
19 touchdowns, 2 picks.
Yeah. Well, Andy, I saw a graphic this morning. I don't know if you saw
Oh, by the
that.
way, and he's run for 422 yards.
Right. Yeah. That's and most all of that is on pressure breakdowns when he got out of the pocket. He can make you miss. I saw a graphic this morning, Andy. Georgia, LSU, Ole Miss were facing the number 3, the number 6, and the number 7 statistical top 10 quarterbacks in the country. In these 3 weeks right here. Tall task for our defense.
Yeah,
but you know, somebody else said this. This is the year of the teams that have those stud quarterbacks. You look at Shador at Colorado. You look at Bo at Oregon. You look at Penix at Washington. Ewers at Texas.
Caleb Williams.
Williams at USC. Dart. Daniels. Beck. There's your teams. I mean, that's just the way it's going this year. So
It's not a coincidence that those teams are littered throughout the top 15,
That's
top
right.
20.
That's exactly right. So
it's going to be a tall task. And the difference, like you say, you bring up, that's a good point, with Jaden Daniels. There are a lot of quarterbacks that are athletic that can run. But with Jaden Daniels, you might get Carson Beck can escape and, on a 3rd and 8 and get a first down. There's a lot of quarterbacks that can elude pressure and get 6, 7, 10 yards.
Yeah.
Jaden Daniels can go for 60.
He can go distance.
He can go to the house. So that's the difference. And that's the kind of challenge that Auburn's going to be facing.
Yep.
And plus, if you thought LSU's receivers if you thought Texas A&M's receivers are good, LSU's are better.
Yeah.
So they're really, really good. So got a big challenge. Can you keep them off? The best way to deal with LSU's offense is to have them on the sideline.
Over sipping water.
That's the best way to do it.
That's right.
Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more of the Auburn Blitz right after this.
LMG Ad Agency is the go-to vendor for all your digital and print marketing needs. We have in-house production for all projects, including graphic design, web design, social media marketing, videography, and print marketing. Our video production is up to industry standard with modern 4K cameras and drone capabilities. We pride ourselves in client-committed relationships, and every project is personalized to your needs. Visit lmgadagency.com for a free quote today. Let us tell your story.
Lake Martin Garage, located on Highway 280 in Jackson's Gap, has been serving our area since 1993. From routine maintenance such as oil changes, tune-ups, and rotating and balancing your tires, to transmission and engine repair, our trained and certified mechanics will get you back on the road better than before. Need a tow? With a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week towing service, Lake Martin Garage has local and long-range pickup. Trust your vehicle needs to the professionals at Lake Martin Garage. Call 256-825-6139, or better yet, stop in and see them today. Lake Martin Garage.
What's the verdict?
Can't fix your heat pump. Need a new one.
Uh-oh. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking Daikin.
call on Kevin Kill and Sunshine Heating and Air at 256-825-4849, Central Alabama's premier Daikin dealer.
So what's he thinking?
Oh, he's thinking Daikin.
Daikin, one of the top selling in the world.
Now I'm thinking Daikin.
Daikin. Comfort for life.
Passion, the obsession that burns within. Determination, the burning desire to make it. Drive, the motivation to be the absolute best. Skills, the tools to perform at the highest level. Excellence, the feeling of achievement. At Central Alabama Community College, you can release your passion, show your determination, display your drive, and showcase your skills to achieve excellence. Central Alabama Community College, central to you, central to your success.
Frontline Outfitters provides all your aftermarket parts for your cars, trucks, and as well as your professional tinting solutions for auto, residential, and commercial buildings. Frontline Outfitters also handles vinyl wraps, spray-in bed liners, truck accessories, LED lighting, paint correction and detailing, and much more. Make sure Frontline Outfitters of Alexander City is your first call for tinting and aftermarket solutions. Call us today, 256-409-8100.
Lee Apparel is your go-to vendor for screen-printed and embroidered apparel and promotional products. We print and embroider free custom-made graphics or outsourced designs on everything from t-shirts, headwear, corporate wear, team sportswear, high-end safety apparel, and promotional products. At Lee Apparel, you can always expect quick turnaround time, competitive pricing, friendly customer service, and free in-hands delivery on all orders. Visit us at leeapparel.com to get started.
Lake Martin Mobile Detailing is the #1 auto and boat detailing company in Central Alabama. Don't trust your boat or vehicle to just anybody. Hire the professionals. Top-of-the-line ceramic coating, detailing, gel coat restoration, and paint correction gives you the options to take care of your vehicle the right way. Located at 702 McCarty Road in Dayville, Lake Martin Mobile Detailing will have you riding in style. Call them today at 256-794-2328 or Superior Automotive and Boat Detailing.
J.A. Smith Construction is your trusted choice for construction site clearing and grading for new home construction, underground utilities and site work, concrete paving, storm drain installation, fish ponds, and slough dredging. No job is too big or too small. Call Alexander at J.A. Smith Construction at 256-896-1400 or email asmith@jasmithconstruct.com. J.A. Smith Construction, your trusted choice for construction.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and David here with you. About 30 more minutes left in today's show. Again, thank you so much for being with us. Got some comments, David?
We do. Ty was clearing us up on the schedule. Home games next year: Auburn, Oklahoma, A&M, Vandy. So 3 of those big-time home games.
Yeah.
Away games: Alabama, Georgia, Kentucky, Missouri. So, yeah, a couple of those winnable. You know, who knows?
Hey, you get Vandy, Kentucky, and Missouri in the same
season.
year.
Thank you.
I mean, look, I know Missouri's improved. I know Kentucky's improved.
Yeah.
But brother, it ain't gonna get any better than that if you get those 3 on your schedule at one time.
That is absolutely correct. Ed Hines says, now you and I discussed this one during the break. What did y'all think about Mark Stoops basically telling the Kentucky fan base to stop complaining about wins or losses if they're not going to give him the same amount of money to recruit like the Georgia fans give Kirby? Well, that ain't never going to happen, first of all. How would either of you feel if Freeze said this? Well, basically he has. He just said it in a more cordial fashion. Ed, that was a frustration remark from Stoops. You know, Andy made the good point, though. You know, Stoops averages about, 7.5 to 8 wins a year, which is okay. He's the winningest coach in the history of Kentucky football. Look, dude, you're second fiddle. You're always going to be second fiddle to basketball, and good luck with that. I mean, that's the way it is.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I think this has become, like I said, we were talking during the break, I think this has just become an excuse for coaches now to say, well, I mean, you know, don't blame me. I can't win. Unless I have the same roster as Alabama and Georgia and everybody else, unless I have money to go out and buy as many players as they have, which recruiting has never been equal in you know, as far as Kentucky is concerned, Kentucky football, or any of these other places. But these other little Midland programs, and you know, are saying, well, if I had the money, I could do it. But so don't blame me.
Yeah.
You know, you hired me. Yeah, I'm making $6 million a year, but you can't really blame me because, well, I just don't have the money to buy the.
Right.
Well,
always been an excuse.
Yeah.
Tony Bamberg wants to know what my stance is on the current MLB playoff bracket, and he thinks they should do the old NBA bracket, take the wild card out. I see both sides of that. You know, on the negative side, obviously the break. Possibly you expressed that vehemently yesterday.
I did.
And the flip side of that is, I mean, it didn't hurt the Astros last year.
Hadn't hurt them this year either.
You get a little rest. You get your home field advantage, obviously, and you get your pitching staff rotation lined up exactly how you want it with the break. However, I see the other side too. So I'm not crazy about it. I wish they'd go back and do something different with it, but it is what it is. A huge game tonight. Well, you know, Andy, full disclosure to all of our listeners, and I'll probably get hate mail for this. I'm not a Braves fan, okay? I'm an American League guy because the Tampa Bay Rays wrote my son a nice hefty check to play in the American League. So I kind of follow those guys, and they're out, so I'm just watching. But it's interesting. Bryce Harper doesn't need any extra motivation, but when you poke the bear.
I mean, you know.
Last night was 6 home runs. But, you know, Strider's on the mound tonight for your Braves.
It's do or die. I mean, that's the only series ongoing. Yeah. So,
but, Tony, I'm for changing it. But, hey, it is what it is. You got to make the best of it for now. That's all we got.
Yeah, for sure. All right, a couple of more of these on LSU's defense against Missouri. Q Freeze said they've gone back to being, I assume they went back to playing very sound, not a lot of coverages, everybody doing the same job over and over and over again. Obviously have great athletes. It seems like they had a better understanding of what they wanted to get accomplished and putting people in the right spots. Again, maybe they see it different, but that's what it seems to me. That's about as...
Can I translate that, Andy?
Please.
They're terrible.
They're not good.
That's exactly what he can't say that.
If he's saying, boy, it looked like they improved a lot against Missouri and gave up 40 points, you know.
Well, Andy, I just got out of my mouth in the last segment how refreshing it is because he tells it like it is. But you can't
He's not going to be mean.
You can't tell it like it is. With this, look, that is pure covering up the fact that, dude, we really can't wait till Saturday to see what our offense can do because they're not good on defense.
As an offensive guy, he's got to be thinking, you know, look, this could be a showcase game for us. We still may not win, but our offense ought to at least be able to throw the ball around a little bit, and we ought to be able to move the ball and score some points and make it and be competitive.
Laughing face emoji on that quote. Okay?
Yeah. Great environment. He talked about the time, you know, when he was at Ole Miss and they went and played. It clearly is. Anybody that's ever seen a game in LSU in Baton Rouge knows what a great venue that is for college football. I've been to the stadium, but I was never been to a game there. Toured the stadium a little bit. Even then, you just look in there and you start seeing all these plays that you remember from the past and where they happened, and you're thinking, wow.
2007, we were in there. The late pass. Then if it goes incomplete, we win the game. Mad Hatter.
All they needed was a field goal, by the way. And,
unbelievable.
Yeah.
So, And my wife, I said, let's go this weekend. Tickets aren't that expensive. She said, I'm not. As soon as we got out of the car, Randy, we got dog cussed by some Cajun that had already been into the alcohol. It was early in the morning.
All right.
And I guess that ruined her trip. She said, I'm not going back to Baton Rouge again. But you're right. I mean, we went and toured the gym, every seat purple. You know, the stadium. It is quite.
I've been to a basketball game.
Yeah. Wow. It is quite the environment. So, and the thing about 6 o'clock.
And they literally have a tiger walking around in the middle of, in the cage. Now, granted, he's in a cage, but still.
But, 6 o'clock and they get it full of jambalaya and get sauced up good enough, that just makes the environment even worse for the opposing team.
True. Got to take another break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more of the Auburn Blitz right after these messages.
"76% of nurses say they went into the profession because they wanted to help patients. No matter the reason you decided to become a nurse, you have all the tools needed to advance your degree at Jacksonville State University. Our Master's in Nursing program is now offered fully online and can be completed in less than 2 years. You can customize a flexible course schedule so you can receive your advanced education degree all while working on the front line. JSU Nursing, your opportunity to advance your career and serve your community."
At C&T Electric, our clients are our priority. For the safety and security of your family and home, our technicians are professionally trained, drug tested, background checked, and wear uniforms with name tags. We're proud to have served the Elk City, Dadeville, and Lake Martin areas for the past 10 years. Give us a call at 256-234-0007 for all your electrical service and repair needs, or visit us on the web at www.cntelectricllc.com and spell out the word "and."
WOTM is the television provider for all Alabama High School Athletic Association championship events and special programs. WOTM is your home for the Super 7 football, state finals basketball, baseball and softball state championships, the AHSAA weekly show, and WOTM also produced the first ever football playoff show, Super 7 preview show, and reclassification reveal show. Your exclusive home for all things AHSAA is WOTM. Contact your local cable provider to request WOTM to your channel lineup.
Something big is coming. Something so big, it'll change the world of chicken sandwiches. Zaxby's new signature sandwich with Zax sauce or new spicy Zax sauce, because the chicken sandwich war ain't over yet. The new signature sandwich. All the other little sandwiches can run along. We'll take it from here.
Lay your best to rest. Call the best. Lewis Pest Control.
Lewis Pest Control is now serving Alexander City and the entire Lake Martin area. They've been family owned and operated for over 60 years. Whether it's residential, commercial, or industrial, Lewis has environmentally safe products for all your pest control needs. Lewis Pest Control.
Lay your best to rest. Call the best. Lewis Pest Control.
Russell Do-It Center and building supply stores have the tools and materials to get the job done right, whether you're a professional contractor or just a weekend do-it-yourselfer. With everyday customer conveniences like a drive-through lumberyard, price match promise, and our best rewards program, each of our 9 locations offer top brands and building materials like lumber, hardware, tools, paint, lawn and garden, and much more. Visit today and see what Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply can help you build tomorrow.
Bucks Island is your boating headquarters. Are you ready to hit the water and go boating this summer? Bucks Island has all kinds of boats, with one sure to fit exactly what you want. Fishing boats, sport boats, pontoon boats, and all with low monthly payments. Call 1-800-I'm-READY. Bucks Island Service Department experts are also here for you to keep your boat in top running condition. Call 1-800-I'm-READY. Don't be left standing on the bank this summer. Visit online at bucksisland.com and don't buy a boat till you get a Bucks quote.
Lake Area Realty specializes in Lake Martin real estate. They can help simplify your next real estate purchase or sell and have helped many home buyers and sellers through the area buy and sell real estate with precision. Lake Area Realty utilizes powerful marketing tools and knowledge of the lake to help you with your next move. Call your local hometown agency today. Lake Area Realty at 256-825-4800. That's 256-825-4800. Lake Area Realty, helping you find your way home.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and David here with you. Just a couple more segments left in today's show. All right, David, you start to look at this Auburn-LSU matchup. Auburn 3-2, 0-2 in the SEC. LSU's 4-2, 3-1 in the league. Where are some of the matchups that you like for Auburn? Where are some of the matchups that you don't like for this Auburn team matching up against LSU this year?
You talking about from a team standpoint?
Sure. Offense versus defense, defense versus their offense.
Well, I'm going to say the same thing I did last week. I still like our run defense. I think that we'll be fine in our run defense. I don't like Jaden Daniels versus our secondary because we're not putting enough pressure on the quarterback in pass games. We've got to make Jaden Daniels a little uncomfortable, and the problem with that is if he squeaks out of the pocket, watch him run.
Right.
I don't like that matchup. There again, scary matchup with our corners on their wideouts. Their wideouts are elite. On the flip side of that, I like everything. If we've been saying this for 5 weeks, if we can get our passing game into some semblance of consistency, I don't have a problem liking anything that I see our offense against their defense, because their defense has not been good.
Right.
We're definitely going to run the football on them.
Here's one of those sneaky statistics. Auburn red zone defense, number 1 in the SEC.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we've had, when teams, we've made some plays, we've turned some people over.
Yeah.
But we've forced a lot of field goals. LSU defense in the red zone, dead last. So maybe, if Auburn can force some field goals and Auburn's offense can score some touchdowns, as you mentioned earlier.
Yes.
That's one of those where, you trade 7 for 3 in
all day long,
say 2 or 3 possessions during the game.
That's 12 points.
That's the difference between winning and losing.
That's 2 scores.
Unless you just, let them run roughshod over you. But if you can keep it close and kind of keep up and make it a back and forth type game.
That's a very encouraging stat. Absolutely. Yeah.
So that's one of those matchups to look for. Auburn, it's a little misleading averaging giving up 7 tackles for loss a game. Now, when you give up 15 to Texas A&M, that's going to alter the stats a little bit.
Yeah.
But so if you can possibly back that down a little bit and make sure that you're staying ahead of the change, that's been Auburn's biggest problem on the road. Is we've stayed in 3rd and long.
Yeah,
most
too
of
many,
the time.
too many times. That's
it seemed like every time you turn around, it's number 1. It's either 2nd and 9, 2nd and 10, or 2nd and 12.
Yeah.
And it goes first down has just been a terrible down. It seems like.
Yeah.
So figure out how to do better than that. So figure out how, maybe you throw more on first down. Maybe you throw some slants, some whatever. Just make some positive yards on first down. And against this LSU defense, I think that's definitely possible.
Well, it's the old philosophy, Andy, and coaches. I've said this before because I were one. Football coaches are some of the hard-headedest folks on the face of the earth when it comes to changing and adapting. It's the old, we got to establish the run, so we run on 1st and 2nd. Oops, it's 3rd and 8, we got to throw.
Right.
Throw that crap out the window. Throw on 1st and 2nd down. Keep the defense off balance. Find some things that work, short and medium. Pick your spots to go deep. And throw the football some on 1st and 2nd down, and don't wait till 3rd and 8. So
that'd be nice. Converting on 3rd down, LSU number 1 in the SEC, number 3 in the country at 56.3% on 3rd down. That is one of those. If you can't get them off the field on 3rd down, it's going to be a long night.
See, Andy, I'm already having flashbacks and nightmares from the Georgia game. They were what on 3rd down? 8 for 12?
They were 50%. I know they were 3 of 6 going into halftime. I'm not sure what
I think it was 8 for 12 for the game. That's
okay.
67% on 3rd down. Please, yeah, that's got.
And we were 0 for 6 in the first half of that
right.
game. So
that's got to change.
Yeah, converting 3rd downs. I mean, you can break it down into very simple. And there's a lot. It's a lot more complex than this.
Sure.
But you could break it down into simple things like that. Auburn converting 3rd downs and getting LSU off the field on 3rd down. That could be the difference in the game. Turnovers could be the difference in the game.
Also, yes, I'll take a couple of those deep in their territory. But you also hit the nail on the head earlier in the show. Limit their dadgum 3rd downs by getting them off the field some on 3rd down, and our offense keeping them off the field for fewer 3rd down attempts.
How many points does Auburn need to win the game?
34.
34 points.
Yeah.
Can we score that many?
No.
That's not encouraging.
I'm just being. I'm trying. Yeah. I'm going to hope, Andy. And I rarely get to do my. I always forget to do my predictions on Thursday.
We'll do that today.
But
for sure.
I'm hoping that our offense has just found the magic in the off week, figured out what we can do, and LSU continues to just be horrible on defense. And they help us out with a couple of turnovers, and we pull off a miracle in Baton Rouge. But
so you say we need a special team score or a defensive score plus 28 of our own.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
But that could put us over the top.
Yeah. And those 28, that's 4 touchdowns instead of 2 field goals and 2 touchdowns in the red zone is what that is.
Yeah. Up against another break. Don't go anywhere. One final segment coming up right after this.
J.A. Smith Construction is your trusted choice for construction site clearing and grading for new home construction, underground utilities and site work, concrete paving, storm drain installation, fish ponds, and slough dredging. No job is too big or too small. Call Alexander at J.A. Smith Construction at 256-896-1400 or email asmith@jasmithconstruct.com. J.A. Smith Construction, your trusted choice for construction.
Sign Source is your local vendor for commercial and residential sign manufacturing and installation. We offer all kinds of lighted and non-lighted signage, from retail signs, LED message centers, event banners, vehicle wraps, the whole spectrum. We also offer service and repair on existing signs, as well as retrofitting to LED or installation of outsourced signage. We have the knowledge necessary to fulfill all of your signage needs in the short or long term. Visit signsourcenow.com to get started.
EnviroCare is the standard in East Central Alabama for all your pest control and termite needs. EnviroCare exclusively offers Centricon termite colony elimination system that is the industry's most effective termite control to protect your home year-round. The EnviroCare team's service is also the standard for our customers. From eliminating home pests to superior termite control, nobody cares like EnviroCare, serving Lake Martin and East Central Alabama.
Chick-fil-A is always the best option when you're on the go, but they are also great when it comes to planning your next event, from tailgating to birthday parties to weddings. Call Chick-fil-A Alexander City at 256-289-7955 for catering, or order on the Chick-fil-A app. Make sure to choose the Alexander City location and have your catering order ready to go. Nugget trays, mac and cheese trays, fruit trays, cookie trays, gallons of our famous lemonade or tea, and chilled grilled chicken sub sandwiches, and a lot more options. Make it Chick-fil-A Alexander City for your next event.
Folks around these parts have known for a long time that Walls Tire, just a mile past the bridge on Highway 280, is your #1 stop for automotive service and repair. At Walls Tire, you'll always find quality service at a fair price on everything from AC, name brand tires, big or small repairs, routine maintenance, towing, and more. When your car or truck needs to run right, there's one place in the area to go, conveniently located and easy to find. Walls Tire, just a mile past the bridge on Highway 280.
Passion, the obsession that burns within. Determination, the burning desire to make it. Drive, the motivation to be the absolute best. Skills, the tools to perform at the highest level. Excellence, the feeling of achievement. At Central Alabama Community College, you can release your passion, show your determination, display your drive, and showcase your skills to achieve excellence. Central Alabama Community College, central to you, central to your success.
For more than 40 years, Ingram Equipment Company has helped companies, towns, and cities with their dirtiest, most challenging jobs by providing the very best equipment and by helping them keep in tip-top working condition. IEC represents leading manufacturers such as Heil garbage truck bodies, Timco sweepers, Step pothole patchers, and many more. We proudly support all athletes and teams that compete across the state and wish them good luck this year. Ingram Equipment Company, ingramequipment.net.
The interstate is backed up this morning due to an accident.
So you don't like sitting still on the interstate? Get the free Algo traffic app. With Algo, you'll have the information you need to avoid problems on your route, to work, to home, to the beach. Traffic backups, wrecks, lane closures, all with current info and live traffic camera feeds. Know before you go with Algo Traffic, ALGO Traffic from the Alabama Department of Transportation. Get it today and arrive on time.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and David closing things out to 1 o'clock. Thank you so much for being with us. Did we get all the comments? Did we need to hit anything else?
We didn't get near all the comments.
Okay.
John Dent says, "Take what the D is giving you." Yeah, they'll figure that one out, I think.
And they've been generous.
Yeah. Bill Lawler said, "I want to see how Thorne plays on the road. He has a poor record throughout his career playing on the road." That goes back to Michigan State as well. And I told Bill, we may see less of Thorne and more of Ashford Saturday. I'm going to watch that closely. Tony has sent in his prediction. He's got Auburn 42, LSU 41 in an offensive slugfest. Your mouth to God's ears, Tony.
Going back to the old 84 Auburn, Florida State. Yeah.
I'm going to go and throw it out there. I got 34-31 LSU. I would love to say 35-34 Auburn. That would be the miracle. I think we're going to put some points on the board. I just think they're so explosive offensively. Unless they make some mistakes and give us the ball a couple of times, I think it's going to be tough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
34-31.
LSU. Yeah.
Get your predictions in. We'll be taking those tomorrow as well, Auburn and LSU. I'll wait and give mine tomorrow.
You're going to contemplate a little longer?
Yeah.
I think I know where you're going, but we'll give
West Virginia at Houston tonight, SMU at East Carolina, and the Braves at 7. That game, because there's no other game, got bumped to 7 o'clock, so it's a primetime game instead of at 5 o'clock.
So is that 7 Central?
Yes.
Okay.
Braves at the Phillies, do or die tonight for the Atlanta Braves. We'll see what they can get it done.
Strider or bust?
Yep. Strider's
But like you
hopefully.
said, Strider can be on. Braves got to hit the baseball.
Yeah, I think the Braves need at least 6 runs tonight.
Yeah.
They may need more than that, but I think they need at least 6.
And Andy, this West Virginia-Houston game, I know Houston's not very good this year, but West Virginia has really turned some heads with the way they've played, especially with the preseason predictions when Neil Brown went off on the media.
Yeah.
And they've had some big wins, and I predict they'll win again tonight.
It is October the 12th on this day, 1979. The first three-point basket in NBA history was scored by Celtic guard Chris Ford. There's you some more trivia out there.
Who later became coach of the Celtics.
Is that right?
Yeah, he
there
coached
you go.
the Celtics, yeah.
First three-point basket in NBA history scored by Celtic guard Chris Ford. It also marked the debut of a young man by the name of Larry Bird. And also Magic Johnson, not with the Celtics, but with the Lakers,
gosh, no.
obviously. But
transformed the NBA.
It did.
Those
yeah,
two.
no question. Tape delayed NBA Finals back in those days.
You kidding?
Think about that. Tape delayed. 1989, on this day, Cowboys famously trade Herschel Walker to the Vikings for 5 players and 6 future draft picks, including Emmitt Smith, Russell Maryland, Kevin Smith, and Darren Woodson, to name a few. Turned out to be a great trade for the Cowboys, as they would go on to win 3 Super Bowls with a nucleus of that team that they built with Jimmy Johnson. Happy birthday today, Rick Farrell, Hall of Fame catcher, born on this day, 1905. Joe Cronin, Hall of Fame shortstop and manager, 1906 he was born. Bob Shepard, longtime PA announcer for the Yankees. No betting. Number 2 shortstop, Derek Jeter. Jeter, number 2.
That's pretty good right there.
1910. Les Horvath, number 1944 Heisman winner from?
Don't know.
Ohio State.
Really?
First Ohio State Heisman winner. Quarterback / halfback. Luciano Pavarotti, one of the 3 tenors.
Yeah, the great tenor.
I'm sure there were more, but there were 3 great ones.
Yep.
Born on this date, 1935. Sam Moore, the great Sam Moore.
Is that Sam and Dave?
Sam and Dave.
Yes, sir.
I'm a soul man.
Absolutely.
Love Sam Moore.
Yep.
Born on this day, 1935. Happy birthday, Virgil Riley Runnels Jr., also known as the Great Dusty Rhodes. Let me tell you something, Tully Blanchard. What you did Saturday night was shameful. 1945, Dusty Rhodes. There was only one Dusty Rhodes.
Yeah, that's true.
Leon Lett, born in Mobile, Alabama.
Yeah.
On this day, 1968, great. Again, one of those Cowboys that won some of those 3 Super Bowls.
And Andy, speaking of born, congratulations to me. Two days ago, my number 8 grandbaby, Elijah Jones Peebles, was born in Mobile, Alabama.
There you go. 8th grandchild.
I need some money Christmas.
Yeah.
Send it in.
Yeah, really. We're taking up a collection for David.
Go fund me.
Hugh Jackman, born on this day, 1968. He's the Wolverine.
Yeah.
Charlie Ward, your 1993 Heisman winner, that never played it down in the NFL.
Yeah.
Went on to play in the NBA.
Yeah.
Marion Jones, great athlete, won a lot of gold medals. Cute, but
Got a
steroids.
Yeah, a little help.
Or performance-enhancing drugs.
Yeah, there you go.
Unfortunately, 1975, disgraced.
Yeah.
Bodie Miller, he was a gold medal-winning alpine skier for America as well. Bodie Miller.
He was on the list today.
He was on the list today. Born on this day, 1977. So there you go. Happy birthday to all those out there and all those that like to play along at home. David, 34 to 31, LSU. You're sticking with it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I could be a homer and change it, but
This is what I want to hear what you really think.
Yeah.
Okay. Get your predictions in tomorrow. The Auburn Blitz back on the air on Friday, 12-1. He is David Jones. I'm Andy Graham. So long for now, everybody. We'll talk again soon.